YouTube, what's going on? Exhibit here, bringing you a brand new video. In today's video, I'm bringing you my reaction to the 250 and 450 main events from round 7 at Minneapolis. Last week, we included the heat races and the LCQs in the video, but for this week, I noticed that I talked a lot longer and during the main event, so I'm just kind of shortening it up just to talk about the main events. Let me know what you guys think. Put a comment down below what your guys' biggest surprise was for the night. Mine was Chase Sexton, to be honest. I did not expect that at all. Let me know what you guys think. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications. And until next time, guys, much love. And then the 250 main event, honestly, it was just Jet's race to win, or to lose, per se. You got a really good start with Forkner right here off the rip. All the heavy hitters were up front, 4 wide heavy hitters. And Jet just took advantage after a couple turns. He just took advantage of that. So you got to give it up to Jet. He rode really good. He looked flawless throughout the whole entire night. I mean, you didn't really see too many mistakes or anything like that. But I think the biggest surprise for the 250 class, and a lot of people was hating on this, was Austin Forkner. Austin Forkner rode really good in that main event. He was in the lead for a bit, and then he got into a second. I think he rode phenomenal for that second place, and got to give it up to him. This right here is a kind of a scary moment. This was all like, what did I say in the predictions? Jordan Smith is either going to ride really good or crash. And he obviously went down. I feel bad, but I hope he's okay. This one's kind of a weird one. Kyle Peters went off the track. I think he could have maybe, it's kind of hard to say. He like gave a gas, went off the track, crashed, and he had a hard time getting back on the track. So you got to feel bad. I think he actually didn't finish the race. But maybe he could have just stopped where Pierce Brown, as soon as he saw Pierce, like just slam right here, don't like cut off the gas, and he gave it gas and went off the track. But the main event was just dominated by Jet. Look how many people he lapped. He lapped all the way up to 10th. Forkner, though, and McAdoo not far behind. J-Mart right there, and RJ right behind that. So, like, as you can see, as they finished, it's only a 10-second gap between 1st and 5th. I honestly think this series is going to come down to the wire with all those heavy hitters in this one. I really hope that nobody crashes out, because that would really, really suck for this championship. But like I said, I really think this is going to come down to the wire. Jet rode good, but Forkner rode really good. In my predictions video, I keep saying review video, but in my predictions video, I actually had this top 5 just not in that order. So I'm making progress on my picks. I'll tell you that. I'm definitely making progress on my picks. The 450 main event. This one was a crazy. You got Webb pulling the whole shot. Did not expect that. Got Anderson right there, Chase right there, Malcolm right there. So it was definitely going to be a good race, the whole entire thing, because all these heavy hitters right up front. You got Roxon in the mix, Plessinger back there. Muscan rode really good. But I think the main thing was the crashes that happened. Like Eli didn't really do it on himself, right? Dylan kind of moved over because he kind of got lost in the whoops. That's just a racing incident. He didn't mean to do that, obviously, right? But Eli put on a charge, like a crazy charge for this track, and got all the way back up to 6th. So that was awesome to see. I don't know what happened to Roxon. He was running 6th the whole race, and then all of a sudden he was right next to Eli later on in the race, and they didn't show any highlights or anything about it. You just saw him go right past, or right next to Eli, and then Eli passed him, and then you never saw him again. But I think the guy that should have won this race was Chase, as you can see in the highlights, but also if you were watching, he looked really good. He dominated. Anderson had nothing for him. Let's be real. Anderson had nothing for him. Chase was just on another level. Anderson even said it in the podium that he just settled in for a 2nd place. But as you guys know what happened. But Malcolm got also past Webb right there. But I think one of the other surprises was Webb actually doing really well in this race. He got 2nd overall because a couple of crashes, but Webb rode really good. I had him predicted as a 5th, but he got all the way up to a 2nd. So it's kind of funny too, because they also did a poll in practice at who's going to win or who's going to make the podium next for KTM. Was it Muscan or Webb? And they actually both made it, which is kind of hilarious if you ask me. They make a poll and they both make it on the same night. So I thought that was kind of funny. But see, Roxon's right here. They never showed a highlight of what happened to him. And then he went backwards. He just lost both of these positions to Tomac and Plessinger. This is the one that really sucks, is Malcolm going down off that triple. He was in 3rd. Luckily, he didn't lose too much time because he had a kind of a big gap. He lost his spot to Malcolm there, or not Malcolm. He lost his spot to Marvin. But he only dropped down to 4th because he had a huge gap between 4th and 5th. So I'm happy that he got a 4th, another top 5. He had a podium, but he's healthy. That's all that really matters. And he's come back swinging in Dallas. I think he has the speed to get a top spot, take the podium. Not even the podium, the win. I think he has that speed. Just unfortunate that he lost the front end right there. And I'm glad that nobody actually landed on him either, because that would have been scary. But the whole thing right here was Chase Sexton, very end, 2 laps to go, goes down. He should have won this race. This is a scary crash. Glad that he is okay. Looks like he finally got up, walking on his own power. But that is a scary, scary crash. So I'm glad that he is okay. His face looks a little banged up from Instagram, but man, that was scary. And then Anderson kind of just riding his race and got right into the lead because of it. So he got another win, the first time that someone's won 3 races this year. Very surprising that he's doing this right now. I didn't expect this. I'm not gonna lie. I did not expect Anderson to be this good, but he's riding phenomenal. After a really kind of a bad heat race and bad qualifying, to come out and win like this, very, very awesome to see. I'm happy for Anderson for the win. Webb and Mxbikes both got a podium. That's awesome to see. And then Malcolm got a 4th. Barsha got a 5th. The one thing I think, if Eli didn't go down, I think Eli's getting top 5. I think he could have challenged for the lead. That's how well he was riding. I kind of think that Eli could have got maybe a top 3. I'm not going to lie. He was riding really, really good. But you got to give it up to the top 3. Anderson, Webb, and Mxbikes. Those guys rode really, really good. Mxbikes been right there, to be honest. He got like back-to-back 4ths, I think. Something like that. At least top 5s the last couple rounds. But it's awesome to see them actually finally start clicking it. The KTM boys, they've been struggling a little bit, so I'm happy for that. It's going to make for some great racing down the road with all these guys doing really, really well. So with Eli going to 6th, though, the championship got really, really close. You got Jason Anderson now only 3 down. Malcolm's only in 20 points down. That's not that far. Webb's only 1 race down, too. There's still 10 rounds to go. Anything is possible. So I'm excited to see. As you can see, like Eli gets 6. Cooper gets a win. That's a lot of points right there. So I'm happy that these guys are battling it out, man. It makes for some good racing. The 250 East Coast is going to be phenomenal, I think, with those heavy hitters just battling it out. I hope everybody stays healthy. But yeah, so this was definitely surprising to see Chase go down. I didn't expect that, and I didn't expect Eli to go down either. But I really think they did. I think Jason Anderson did really good riding how he rode, and yeah, so let me know what you guys think was the biggest surprise of this race. Like I said before, I think mine was Chase Sexton going down a couple laps ago. Put it in the comments below. I want to read them. And for my fantasy team, let's look at this. My fantasy team did pretty well. I can't complain. We picked Levi, Styles, Lopes, and Lawrence. I think they did really, really well. They got me good points. And then for the 450s, I went with Hartraff, Webb, Freezy, and Bogle. I switched it up compared to what my predictions video was. I didn't like the riders that I picked. Like I picked Osby and someone else. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I went with these guys and they rode great. So I'm happy with that. It put me back up into 2nd, or I was already in 2nd, but it put me only down by 46 points. So I'm happy about that. We're climbing back up. We need another week of lazy, just getting less points. So yeah, so I really do. What just happened? They didn't even show the 250 heat 2. They just went straight to the LCQ. What the hell? Or they just messed it up? Nope, this is definitely, I definitely said LCQ, did it not? This definitely said LCQ. This is definitely heat race 2. Okay, you got Fernandez, Anderson, Webb, Malcolm, Barsha. This is heat race 2, not LCQ. I saw this mistake. I saw it.